Hello, this is the House of Vizsla, where we talk anything and everything Star Wars. And with the up left corner, we are talking about
Somewhere up there.
Andor,
Yeah.
Season 2, Episode 1. And welcome to the Spies in the Skies.
Yes, sir. So
Yes,
today we are reviewing episode one, which is the title is 1 Year Later. It's 54 minutes long, so, pretty good sized episode.
yeah. Diego
Um,
Luna, as Cassian
yeah.
Andor.
And
Yeah,
yep, we see in the first episode a lot of people returning, that we previously saw in Andor season one,
yeah. eh,
which, by the way, was a very good season. Um,
Yes, it was very good. But we have a Discord server. Please join it. Link
mhm,
in the description. That's where you can come in and be part of the show. Give us questions and also be part of the community. It's free, unlike other Discords that you have to pay for. Just
exactly.
join it. Link in the description.
Hmm.
See you when you join. Um, and then yeah, we have a merch store. Links also in the description. So check it out. Support us. Get a cool hat, which I don't have on me right now,
Hmm.
but it's
But
cool.
yeah.
Um,
Yeah, Star Wars merch is always cool. Um,
I think,
Also let me tie cockpit, so we'll see.
yeah,
I like it, but I don't know. Anyways, to the review.
yes,
So are we st
I think it's
are
time for the Diego Luna scale. So
okay.
this is where we rate the show 1
Mm-hmm.
to 10, and we
Yep. On a scale
also
from 1 to 10.
like asking you guys what you guys think. So if you're in the Discord, you can tell us what you think. And right now, the Discord server has not told us anything about this episode, so
Yeah.
it's
Well, we
kind
did,
of
yeah, it did
sad,
come out kind of,
kind of late.
but this next week we will ask you guys about what you guys think about the episodes coming out this week on Tuesday.
Yeah.
And yeah, so be ready.
So you want to start with
Sure.
which?
So I'm giving this episode a solid 7. I think there is room for, obviously it's gonna ramp up as the arc continues. So my prediction is that I'm gonna like the third episode the most out of the first three, just because it's,
The end of
the
an
end of the
arc.
first arc.
Yeah.
Um, that's kind of my expectations. Also, I don't want to like rank it too high off the bat, so I think 7 is a good starting point.
So
Um, it was a good episode,
yeah,
returning to the season.
I went a little lower. I went to a 6.5 just
Hmm.
because we've got 12 episodes to rank. And
Right, right.
we want to start off the first episode kind of low because if we go full fledged 9 and we go back
Yeah,
down, it's basically like, okay, good first episode, but the next endings, you're doing nothing. Um,
right.
so that gives us a score of 6.75.
Hmm.
So here it is. Way better than the Neil scale. It's down below. You can see it.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And yeah, so I'll keep that up for a bit. But our fans said nothing. So you guys say
We do have them, but
you
yeah.
say it's a 0, so but we'll keep our score down below for you for the rest of the show.
Cool. Yeah. All right. So, uh, Tiger, what was your favorite moment of the first episode?
I I kind of liked a lot of the cutting back and forth. We go
Okay. Yeah.
from Cassian Andor stealing the TIE fighter Nice TIE
Mhm.
fighter, by the way. Um,
Oh yeah, that's sweet.
and then we go cut. We see what Mon Mothma's doing, um,
Mhm.
and Luthen and people. But then we cut to see Director Krennic, and then we go do these back and forths
Yeah.
everywhere, and it's
Yeah,
the
to where Bix and them are at, you know,
and the
it's like back and
cutscenes
forth.
are really good. It
Mhm.
helps with it instead of we just stick with Cassian for the whole episode. We get the
Right.
back and forth type feel. So, you. What about
Yeah,
you?
nice. Um, for me, it would probably be, let's see. I okay, I really like it's kind of funny the scene where he is in the TIE fighter and he does not know how to fly it, and he's just struggling to get out of the hangar, and then
Yeah,
he blasts through the doors. That's kind of a spoiler, but it's like very very beginning of the episode.
yeah.
Um, yeah,
I also enjoyed that because that just shows the Empire makes terrible ships that are terrible to fly. X-wings are just simple to fly.
yeah.
Look,
Although that, I mean, it had some really good weapons on it, like
yes, it is.
the big cannon thing and then the machine gun stuff. Yeah.
Yes, and I think Director Krennic.
Okay.
He
Yeah.
was in charge of the Death Star project, basically the
Mhm.
Star Wars equivalent of the Manhattan Project back in
Right.
World
Yeah.
War One.
Yeah.
Oh, World War Two, dropping nukes on Japan. Um,
Mhm.
but the Death Star, we see it in Rogue One, finished being assembled,
Mhm.
and at the end of Revenge of the Sith, and we see it operational in A New Hope and destroying
Yep.
Alderaan. But we don't. We
Like
see um
exactly where they get. So basically, in this season, we're starting to see like their plans and where they are getting the materials to build some of this stuff, right?
yes, uh
So, Krennic and let's see, what is her name?
Deidre,
Um, yeah, Deidre Miro.
uh
They are on
and
basically this planet that's known for their cloth, right?
no, they are still on Coruscant or some other
Oh, right.
plan,
Okay.
some other secret planet to meet up and discuss an imperial
That's right. That's right.
retreat, to come up with these civilized approaches for plundering their citizens.
Yeah. Um,
So there's
Tough.
that.
Right. Um, anything else specifically in the episode that we want to discuss?
I think um yeah, I think the whole thing of Director Krennic's plan or something, it's
Plan. Yeah.
gonna be brutal. And
Yeah. He does not care if people die in the process.
yes,
Yeah.
from other things that I've heard, people feel like either soon the
Hmm.
Mon Mothma's family are gonna die. What pushes her to become the leader of the
Exactly.
rebellion that we
What pushes her that
see
far?
in Rebels?
Right. Because she's
She
like a part of it, but she's not
she's se-
full-fledged in it.
she's secretly
Yeah.
a member. So yeah, what's going on with that?
Yeah.
And uh, we've got that big shot. We don't know
Mm-hmm.
what they're gonna do. We don't know what's gonna tick off to the side. And we see connection with Revenge of the Sith, the core people who wanted to kick Chancellor Palpatine out of office. We got Senator
Yeah.
Padme, Bail
Okay.
Organa, Mon Mothma, a few others. Out of all of them, Bail Organa and Mon Mothma are still there, and
Okay.
Bail Organa is slowly getting out of the Imperial Senate.
Mhm.
And I think around this time, um, Leia would be.
She would only be a kid, right?
No, not if
What do you
in because um early teens, because that takes place 5 years before New Hope.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
probably
She'd be in her teens.
roughly 15.
Uh-huh.
Um, so we've got that. Um, and
Okay, but
Belgon is slowly stepping out of the limelight, and
mm,
Leia is gonna be a um a bigger proportion of these um events due to ju- so in Rebels she takes ships, take it somewhere, and different rebel cells then steal said ships from the family so they can give them
yeah, okay. But how did we what is what does that have in common with what we're talking about though?
um Mon
Like what does
Mothma
that have
is
to
the only one of this original group of politicians wanting Palpatine to step down, give up his command over
mm,
the um galactic army.
yeah.
And we know that does not go to plan.
Yeah,
So
things go down from there, but
yeah,
yeah, so it does kind of make sense that maybe her daughter or, her husband both die. That leads her to far end and she joins the whole resistance. Yeah,
because
that's a good theory.
she gives a speech in Rebels about
Right. Yeah.
stepping down. She's going full fledged, full force leader of the Rebel Alliance, uniting
Hmm.
all these cells and of the rebellion together. And
So do you think that has to happen in season 2 of Andor?
it
Do you
has
think
to,
we'll see
it
that?
has to because it happens before Rogue One,
Right.
and it
Yeah.
Rogue One hap- happens uh
A New Hope.
right before New Hope. So and we
Yeah.
still have um so it has to happen. I think if you already have some characters to play
Hmm.
um Hera, you can bring a younger Ezra into the fold and bring
It's true.
Zeb, who's in this initial scene, how it is in Rebels. I
Yeah.
think you can portray it well. Um, but there has to be something that pushes Mon Mothma to this point. I'm full fledged out of the Imperial Senate. I am against them. I am fighting to restore the Republic. And
Exactly.
if a family is end up dead, which is sad, that might be a good pushing stone towards that.
Yeah. And then also in case you guys don't know, so the season 2 is structured so that there are 4 arcs, right? Of each
Yeah,
one is 3 episodes.
and
and
each
then
one
each
is
arc,
a year.
yeah, is this different year in Andor's life leading up to Rogue One.
So
So I believe, didn't the year show in episode one, didn't it say that it was for BBY?
yeah, for
Is that
BB-1,
right? Okay.
4 years
Yeah,
before the
so
Battle of Yavin,
right.
which Rogue One
So
was literally the day or 2-3 days
close to,
before.
yeah.
So
So basically the season is going to end like right, it's right up against Rogue One. Like, so there's like this whole continuity thing.
and
Just it's kind of cool.
and I think um any predictions on like what the next episode is gonna look like or no?
Um so I think we're gonna see more of, so it Cassian right now is stuck with those, that random group of rebels
Y-
in the jungle, right? Um,
Thinking
he's either
he's
gonna have to,
this TIE pilot, he's Imperial.
right. They're either gonna believe him, and like when they believe him, they'll like join him, you know?
Yeah,
Because they're basically fighting for the same thing, or he'll escape somehow, and we'll see go from there. Um, yeah, I think that's gonna be in the next episode, and then also with Krennic, we're gonna find out more about what he has planned, maybe.
yeah. I think there's a lot coming, a lot gonna happen with it,
Mm-hmm.
and I think we should call it an episode because hey, there's the episodes out in a week, and they should be watched back to back. And
Yeah,
trying to speculate with something that we've already seen and we know what's happening next is hard. And this allows
hmm,
us to go on to the next episode right after.
right.
So,
So,
um, I
yeah.
make sure to subscribe, uh,
Hmm.
and like this if you like, what we are talking about, and give us your thoughts in the comments.
Yeah. Or in our Discord server,
It helps us to
join.
get your opinion and understand it. With that said,
Right.
may the force
May the
be
force be
with
with you
you.
guys.